The entire second half was Montreal. And congratulations to them. They played really well. They deserved the 3 points, and for them it was really a team effort. But then on the converse, you look at our second half, the second 45 minutes, and I don't think anyone in this locker room can really say that they brought the necessary mentality, quality, or anything to that second half. And I think when we go into training this week, it's going to be about being able to really concentrate on the task at hand, being able to understand how we want to play and be committed to it.
You look at the 2 games now, 5 goals given up, but do you think that number maybe is a little bit misleading, a little bit harsh on your defense and yourself?
No, I mean, it could be more. I'm sure you could look at the Toronto game and say we're a little unlucky to give up 2 goals, and at a certain point, you start to wonder how much of it is luck. You know, today we just continue to give one-on-ones, and I don't think anyone can really say that our defensive effort was good enough, starting from the front all the way to the back, including myself. I mean, to win in this league is very difficult. It becomes all the more difficult when you continue to give up chances like that. So I understand that it's only 1 game, and I'm sure it's 2 games, and there's a lot of games left to play. But with that being said, we need to get our act together, because we have to understand that if we wait too long, we dig ourselves a big enough hole. It's going to be very difficult going into the season or the rest of the season to get out of it. But with that being said, I know that we have the character within this locker room to bounce back, not only in the next game but for the rest of the season. And right now we're in a rough patch, and we've got to be able to learn from the mistakes that we've made. But I have all the confidence in these guys that not only are we going to learn and get better, but sooner or later, those unlucky, if you want to call it, starts to bounce our way, but sometimes you have to manufacture it yourself.
And last year you guys obviously had a lot of success in the Supporters Shield. You had 1 slide, I think, in the middle of the season. You lost 4 in a row. Is this compared all to that in a way that tests maybe the mental makeup and the character of this team?
Yes and no. Yes, because I do believe the same character from last year still exists. Right now we're being tested, and we need to be able to show that sort of resolve. But then it's a new season. So we don't necessarily want to look too much at last year and the trends that occurred. There's certain experiences, certain emotions and feelings that we want to be able to take from it. But nonetheless, this is a new season. It's going to be new teams. They're going to be gunning for us. There's no one that's just going to look at the team name and say, oh, New York Red Bulls, okay, we'll just give them the 3 points. But like I said, with that being said, I know that we have the guys and the quality to do that. Right now, there's just a lot of things that we need to learn, and we're going to have to be committed to the training sessions now.
What is the most important thing this week coming up in training for you guys to get back on track?
To learn from our mistakes. We've made similar mistakes in the last 2 games. And we understand that there's new personnel back there, and there's going to be a learning curve. But with that being said, there's a certain standard that's expected here. And that standard is pretty high. So we're going to have to hold ourselves accountable to that. We're going to have to do that this week in training. And I know the coaching staff will do that to us as well, but we know that we got a tough opponent in Houston, and at least we're at home. But I'm confident that if we can get in the classroom, get onto the field, start to correct some of the things that we've been doing, eventually we're going to be on the right path.